It was just the garbage man. Anyway, my family doesn't believe anything I say about Marion. They just think I'm crazy. They know all about Chuck. I believe that Chuck will love me. And everything fell into place. Everything. In my mind. You know what I mean? But it wasn't based on total insanity, because like I said, even when that night I thought that Chuck Nickelback had stopped into Spotlight Bar on the night that I told them through their MySpace account that I would be there, I found out only after the fact. I didn't look ahead of time. Okay? I didn't look ahead of time at their tour schedule, but I found out after the fact, and that cemented in my head that they were there. Sure, it's all crazy, but I'm just saying that all the coincidences fell into place. They were on tour for 3 weeks during that time. So, it was at least, I mean, if I found out the night that I thought that they were at Spotlight Bar, and I later looked and saw, oh, you know, on this date they were singing, you know, something in my mouth to 10,000 million people, then I would know they couldn't possibly have been a Spotlight Bar. See, I'm not completely insane. I just have a huge fantasy life. That's why I was writing songs and poems and stories. I was an only child and playing with my stuffed animals and pretend and imagination when I was a little girl, okay? I'm talking little, 8, 9, you know what I mean? I was going through abuse at school, abuse at home. I mean, watching my mom be abused, alcoholic stepfather, boyfriend, whatever, you know. So it's easy for me to get in my own head and believe things, but only if they logically fall into place. I only later looked up the dates. I'm like, oh, Nickelback, Chuck Kruger might have been sitting there when I was at Spotlight Bar, because, oh, look, they were not. They were on hiatus from touring for those 3 weeks. And that date that it happened took place, you see? So later somebody, like, you know, you can write to me, you can say blah, blah, blah. Well, he couldn't have possibly been there, and even if I was face to face with her, and well, you're right, he wasn't touring then, but he told me he went on vacation to such a, well, you don't have proof, and you don't know if he didn't stop at Spotlight Bar in Hollywood, okay? Like I said, not Timbuktu, Hollywood, where stars hang out. Spotlight Bar doesn't exist anymore, but it was in Hollywood. You see how all this stuff fell into place? I documented all of this on my videos, okay? So yeah, in my family's eyes, especially since I was 70 pounds heavier then, I'm insane, I'm nuts, I'm cuckoo. I believe this rock star is Marion screaming to me, you think a rock star's in love with your fat ass? And look at you, you're disgusting. I have a better body at my age than you do at yours. And now I'm going to get from her, because she's being so nice to allow me to stay at my mother's. I'm going to get from her, can't we just forget we were ever mean to each other? No! No, we can't. You must think I was born yesterday, Marion. I know if you find out about any of this, I'm out of my ass. But this time, I'm not afraid. I have money in the bank, a good amount of money. Not just the small amount of money you think I have, because I told my mom to make sure she doesn't tell you that I have that I got a $17,000 back pay. Marion knows you get some back pay. The first thing Marion said to my mom is, how does she get on how do I get on Social Security? They don't give that for anger issues. She brushes aside everything, my feelings, my intelligence, everything. Why do you think I love you guys so much? You call me brilliant and beautiful. All I've been is called shit my entire life, more or less, you know. So that's it. If you care about me, and you have a brain in your head, feel free to comment on these videos in a very intelligent manner, but I don't read any comments by people who don't become my friends first. All you gotta do is take my little Done With This Life 1 name, stick it in your address book, and I'll get a contact invitation, and then I'll read your comment. You can write me personal messages, because I have friend lock, but if you become my friend, you know, feel free. But this happens all the time. It happens all the time. I'm smart enough when I got that power of attorney in my hands, as you read, if you saw my other videos, how that happened, because my sick mother doesn't trust her half-sister worth shit, because she's the one who puts her in the mental hospital, but when my mother's well, she's afraid of going back in there, so she behaves like a good little girl and doesn't make waves. It's the bottom line. But anyway, that's how I got my hands on that power of attorney that I was never supposed to get my hands on any more than my mother was supposed to get her hands on it. Okay? But I did, and I have the smarts to go on the internet and study it, find out it was the strongest power of attorney that you could create. Oh, let me just fall to the ground and start screaming. This woman who admittedly hates my guts, because in 2009 she also, I said to her very quietly, because Donald's mom, back when she was my friend, said, you should ask Marion, you know, why she hates you. So I said to her, I go, Hope told me I should ask you why you hate me. I'll tell you why I hate you. You're a this and you're a that, and you don't want to get a regular job, and you want to do phone sex for a living, and you don't work, and whatever, you know. Anything you possibly think of. Why she admittedly hates me, and she has the complete power over my mother's $150,000 house and $50,000 401k, and at the time, but before my mom totaled it, and now she had to just get money for it, $5,000, but $10,000 car, and you know, you have the power of it all, and you admittedly hate my guts. And my mom, when my mom's well, she doesn't want to make waves with the family, and I'm expendable, and that is that. I now have money at least that I can go and talk to a lawyer, you know, see where I stand, but I imagine that I stand nowhere under my circumstances where I'm on psych disability now. So I've accepted that. I just want to know if a will can be made behind Marion's back. I have a sinking feeling that it can't, because of the way this is, and because everything in my mom's is Marion's legally. I have a feeling that my mom can't even make a will behind my mother, Marion's back. It's just all wrong across the board, people. You understand? It's wrong, wrong, wrong. But at least I'm safe and warm here, and I got my dog.